Greetings, fellow carbon-based bipeds. I am Scott Rose, and you are watching Explosions and Stuff. Today, I'll be reviewing the 2015 film Standoff, starring Thomas Jane, Lawrence Fishburne, and Ella Ballentine. An overview of the movie? After witnessing and photographing a hitman take out a target, a 12-year-old girl takes refuge in a farmhouse with a suicidal veteran. Now, the two of them must rely on their wits, their cunning, and their guile to outlast the killer, fend him off, and survive the night. The pros of this movie? Well, first of all, one thing they did that's really hard to accomplish is that this entire movie took place in one location. The whole movie took place in this farmhouse. Okay, some of it was in the yard of the farmhouse, but the meat and the most of the movie took place in this farmhouse, and it looked fantastic. It felt tight. It felt kind of claustrophobic, but it didn't feel forced. It wasn't like, oh, the actors are trying, they keep coming back to this point because they have to try to keep this entire movie in this one location. No, it felt natural. It fit. It worked well. I loved it. Also, Lawrence Fishburne was just an awesome villain. You could tell that he was having a ball with how he was portraying this guy. This sadistic, mean bastard of a hitman who would sell out his own mother just to accomplish his job. And you could tell he was having a lot of fun with it. It was fantastic. He was evil. You could tell he wanted to kill this child. And, you know, a lot of hitmen in movies, the actors try to make the character come across as, you know, it's nothing personal, it's just a job. But for everyone else, a lot of times it comes off, the actor looks bored doing it. But Lawrence Fishburne pulled it off beautifully. You know, the opening scene of the movie, he shoots some people in a graveyard, just tosses them in the open grave, and just starts burying them in the grave. And he's doing it like he's going to the grocery store to pick up some milk. Like, that's the kind of persona he's giving off. He doesn't look bored. He's like, yep, just another day going to the grocery store. I need to pick up some milk and some eggs and some cheese, and I need to kill some motherfuckers too. Moving on. I mean, he did a great job with this role. And one thing I absolutely loved about this movie was the cinematography. You know, they used color and light beautifully. I mean, when Thomas Jane is sitting there with his kid and his wife, and everything's all happy and hunky-dory, it's a lot of bright, bold colors. Everyone who's innocent is wearing bright, bold colors. The little girl's wearing this bright, bold red dress. Everyone else is wearing like these drab, dirty colors, like a tan pants or brown boots or just a kind of dirty gray shirt. And Lawrence Fishburne's dressed all in black because he's the evil bastard guy. A lot of symbolism with the choice of color in this. You know, Lawrence Fishburne is sitting in this room and it's entirely lit in red. It's just gorgeous. And symbolism in, you know, Lawrence Fishburne's in this red room and it's at the bottom of the stairs while Thomas Jane is like the hero angel guy and he's up at the top of the stairs and it's lit in white and green and innocent colors and stuff. It was just beautiful. I loved it. The cons of this movie? Well, first of all, this movie was more of a suspenseful movie than it was an action-packed movie. Prime example, Thomas Jane's character had a shotgun, and he only had 2 shotgun shells for the shotgun. Only 2 shells for the shotgun. But the whole time, you know, that's the only ammunition in the entire house. He shoots Lawrence Fishburne right as soon as he shows up in the house, and then the rest of the movie, he's holding him off with this 1 shotgun shell. Only 1 in the gun, and it's just, really, the majority of the movie is just these two bantering back and forth and cussing each other out and threatening and yelling at each other, and Lawrence Fishburne torturing motherfuckers. But, you know, it's more of a suspenseful movie than it is an action movie. Which, when you want an action movie, and when the trailer makes it look like it's an edge-of-your-seat action movie, that's kind of a not good thing to have. It's more the trailer's fault than it is the movie's fault. But still, that's something that people are going to look at the movie and be like, not so much, don't like that. And kind of tying into that, because it was such a suspenseful movie, and because a lot of the time it was just these two people talking to each other and yelling insults back and forth at each other, This movie, honestly, it felt a bit slow. I don't mean like it just dragged on. It was a slow burn. Like one of those, oh, what's he going to do next? What's he going to do next? But, nothing's happening right now. We're just waiting. When's the action going to come up? When's the action going to come up? But I don't want to take my eyes off the screen because it's exciting and suspenseful. And I'm on the edge of my seat because of suspense, not because something's just action-packed. So action-wise, it felt slow, and people are not. I didn't like that. I thought it took away from the movie. The best action scene in the movie? That would be the first action scene in the movie, when you first are introduced to Lawrence Fishburne as a character. You've got these people attending this funeral, and the little girl's saying, visiting her parents' grave sites and talking to them, and off to the side there's a funeral going on. And then all of a sudden, you hear kind of a shot, and the priest falls down because he got shot in the chest. And then this security guy gets shot too, and then Lawrence Fishburne comes up with a mask on and all black and this big-ass rifle with a silencer or a suppressor on it. He walks up, starts talking to this woman, threatening her. He takes off his mask. He's like, you see my face. That means you're dead already. And then he just shoots her. And it was just fantastic. It was like, whoa. Kind of got off to an early start. This was less than 5 minutes into the movie. And then the little girl's, her aunt's boyfriend comes up looking for her, and then Lawrence Fishburne just shoots him too because, witnesses. And it was just fantastic. Less than 5 minutes into the movie, 4 people have already died. This really set up the tone for a suspenseful, action-filled movie, and I loved this scene. My overall thoughts on the movie? Well, to hear me describe this the way I have, I'm a little surprised I enjoyed it as much as I did. That being said, I'm giving this movie 2 thumbs up. Yes, this movie was more of a slow burn than an edge-of-your-seat action movie, but that's what made having it in one location work. The use of color and camera angles to accentuate the mood really hit home to me in this one. I've never understood just how big of a deal the use of color could be until I saw this movie. If you want a high-energy action movie with lots of fights and stuff, this isn't for you. If you want a suspenseful slow burn movie, then you need to watch Standoff. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like it and subscribe to my channel for new action movie reviews posted every week. Also, if you have any recommendations for movies you would like me to review in the future, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you and have a nice day. Now, the two of them missed rely. Yeah. English. Way to go, motherfucker.